Yo, what's up, guys? It's Phantom. Today we're doing an NBA Commentators tier list. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get it. All right, starting off, we got Mike Breen, legend in the game. Easy S to start off the tier list. For me, growing up as a Knicks fan living in New York, I watched every single Mike Breen game on MSG. So many iconic calls growing up watching Melo every night, and Mike Breen always calling all of his clutch moments down the stretch. Also in the NBA playoffs, this guy's been a part of so many iconic NBA moments. Like, almost every greatest moment in NBA history is going to have Mike Breen's voice behind it, especially because he's done the NBA Finals for the past, I don't even know, probably all my life. Pretty much like every iconic moment in the Finals, Mike Breen was the one voicing it, like blocked by James, all of his iconic bang calls.
Bryant for the win. Bang!
I could go on for so long, but easy S tier Mike Breen. Nobody can even debate that. Next, we got Richard Jefferson, and he's decent. I'll always prefer the original team with Breen, Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson, but Richard Jefferson, he doesn't do a bad job. He's probably a B for me. Yeah, I'll give him a B. Next up, okay. I'm gonna start off by saying I'm very biased when I do these, but for me, I'm not a Doris Burke fan. She's gonna have to be a D. She doesn't really have any iconic quotes, no real iconic moments. She kind of goes viral every single game for some stupid thing she was saying. Recently, it was calling SGA a free throw merchant live on air, which I thought was crazy to say. Like, we're bringing NBA Twitter memes to like the actual broadcast. That's insane to me.
There's a reason NBA Twitter likes to call him the free throw merchant, Mike.
Also for me, I'm a big Luka Doncic fan, and she kind of just would not stop dogging on him last year in the finals. Just every single possession I had to hear about how bad he was at defense, and like, I think she just lets her bias get in the way a lot of times. Like, she has certain players she loves and will never call out for doing anything wrong. But then if there's like a player who she dislikes, she will just spend the entire 48 minutes just roasting this guy for absolutely no reason. Like, Luka could have like a 30-point triple-double, and she'd be like, well, he allowed like 10 points on defense, so it cancels out. So she's going to be a D for me. All right, next we got Kevin Harlan, and I mean, this guy is an easy S. There's no one, I don't know if I've ever met somebody who dislikes Kevin Harlan. Like, this guy has so many iconic quotes. He did the, is this the dagger with Toronto? Also for March Madness, he has so many great moments as well. I'm a big Kevin Harlan fan. His iconic, I'm going to put in a clip of the actual clip so you don't have to hear me say it there. But yeah, I can't say enough about Kevin Harlan. Also for me, if you grew up playing 2K like I did, you're just instantly gonna love Kevin Harlan because you got to hear him call like all your iconic moments in 2K as well. So for me, Kevin Harlan, I'm actually gonna put him over Breen and S. He's probably my favorite on this whole list. So Kevin Harlan, easy S tier, so many iconic moments, great voice too. And like, of any announcer, I think I'm the most excited if I tune in and he's the one doing the game. Yeah, easy S. Next, I said it earlier, I'm gonna let my bias get in the way. Reggie Miller is a D for me. He would be like a B tier as an actual announcer, but this guy is the most biased announcer I've ever heard in my entire life. This dude hates the Knicks, and like, I grew up a Knicks fan, so I always hated when he'd do the game. So yeah, that's a D for me, especially in this Pacers-Knicks series that just went on. Like, it was crazy how hard he was rooting for the Pacers. Yeah, that's just going to be a biased D. I would say he'd be like a B with Richard Jefferson, but I grew up a Knicks fan, so I got to put him D. Next, we got Van Gundy. I love all the Van Gundys. Like, I think anytime you get a coach doing a color commentary, it's way better to me because they get so into the game and get so mad at the refs. It's like they're actually coaching the games, which I love personally. Him and his brother would just dog on the refs the entire game, which a lot of people dislike, but me personally, I hate the refs most games, so I love that stuff. So I'm going to put Stan, he's either an A or an S. I don't know if he's as good as these legends. I'll put him A for now. I might move him up. Next, we got Iron Eagle, and for me, Iron Eagle's also an S. I mean, TNT has great lead play-by-play announcers. Growing up, too, because I also live in New York, we had a Yes Network, and he was so good as a Nets commentator. Like, I think he did the Nets before he did TNT. I'm not positive on that, but whenever he'd do the Nets game, like, I always thought he was so unbiased and would definitely stay neutral and give it, like, he's very similar to Breen. Like, if you're a neutral fan, you can watch the MSG broadcast. I think the MSG and the Yes broadcasts actually were rated the 2 best broadcasts for neutral fans, because they both do such a good job, like staying unbiased and really allowing both fan bases to watch the games. But yeah, he has so many iconic quotes. He has the denied quote, which is so good. He's got the splash quote. What else does he have? Oh, how could I forget the oh yeah iconic for Iron Eagle. Definitely one of my favorites for NFL too, for college hoops, for anything he does such a good job. So Iron Eagle, definitely an S. Next, I think this is Sparrow Ditas. He's definitely a good announcer. He's probably an A for me. Definitely not as good as these 3, but TNT, like all throughout TNT, they have just great announcers. Like, it kind of sucks because I'm a little like sad when he does the games, just because it's not Kevin Harlan or Iron Eagle, but I still think he does a great job. So he's probably A for me. I think this is Brian Anderson. I haven't watched like that many of his games, but I think he does a decent job. I'll give him a B. I think he's about a B. I don't really know what else to say. Like, I think he's the 4th announcer for TNT. He's just okay. I think this is Jim Jackson. I'm not entirely sure about that one, but I think he's Brian Anderson's partner. I don't really watch too many of his games. I'm just gonna give him a B too, because like I don't really know how I feel about him. I think he's okay, but yeah, I'm gonna just move on. Next, we got Mark Jones, which is definitely a very controversial one.
This does have the feel of a pickup game at LA Fitness at 3 in the afternoon. Not in the main court either.
I know a lot of people really like Mark Jones. For me, maybe it's just the ESPN bias. I don't really like too many of the ESPN announcers. I think he's okay for me as well. He's definitely not A. Some people would probably put him A or S, but I've never been like a crazy fan of him, so I'll give him B. But he's definitely not a bad announcer. All right, next we got Hubie Brown, another legend. I think he just retired this year. I think he did games for over 50 years or something, or maybe exactly 50 years, but he finally retired. He was definitely a good announcer. I'd give him an A tier. I don't know if he's S for me, because like, I don't want to be that guy. He's a little old, but he's definitely a legend of the game. I don't know if he's S. I'll give him A. But congrats to him for retiring after 50 years of commentating. I'm not sure why JJ Redick's on this list, because he's currently coaching the Lakers, but I was not a big fan of JJ Redick commentating. I'm not a big fan of JJ Redick coaching. I wasn't a big fan of him on First Take. Wasn't a big fan of him as a player, but I told you this is very biased. Because I'm a big Luka fan too, I thought he kind of just sold as a coach in the playoffs. I know this isn't a coaching tier list, but that game when he played when he didn't make a single substitute the entire second half, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. Like, he acts shocked that all of his stars missed shots down the stretch. Like, they've played 24 straight minutes. Are you really like confused that they're missing shots? Yeah, I'm gonna give him a C. I never was a big fan of him. I know I just ranted about his coaching, but like as a commentator too, and he just seems a little stuck up to me like as a commentator, which I never like. So yeah, he's gonna be a C. Next is Grant Hill, I think. I don't really recall too many Grant Hill games. I'm not even sure he still currently does commentating. Like, I'm not positive about that, but he's probably going to be, I don't know, most people who I didn't really watch much, I just put in a B tier, so I'm just going to do B tier for him. I'm going to be completely honest, these two, I don't know who either of these guys are. This might sound crazy, but I really think a lot of bald white dudes look pretty similar, and I'm not sure who these are. I thought one of them was Jay Billis maybe, but I really don't know, so I'm just going to skip these two.
Back-to-back dagger threes by LeBron James, the best player in the land. That's good defense, but better offense. Mama, there goes that man.
The final two, they don't do games anymore, but you already know these two are immediate S's for me. If anybody grew up watching the NBA Finals with Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, and Mike Breen, like, you just know how good it was. Like, we really took for granted how good of a broadcasting team we had back then. And the NBA Finals, I think it's really just suffered ever since they got rid of them. Like, it's been so much worse, the broadcasts. I don't want to make it a rant about other stuff, but like taking the trophy off the final court was awful. Moving the finals logo to like the back of the jerseys made no sense. They stopped showing intros, which last game they actually finally showed intros for the first time in like a decade, I think they said. They got rid of like the iconic finals theme music. I don't know whose decision that was, but the new NBA theme music is atrocious. So let me get it back to talking about commentators. These guys were so good. Van Gundy specifically, he was so controversial because some people hated Van Gundy, but I loved the way he just would go at the refs. Watching him, it was like comedy pretty much. Like you'd get great NBA moments and you'd get like pretty much a comedy show from Van Gundy as he just like go after the refs the entire game.
What are we going to replay for now? Oh my goodness. I get so bored of these replays. They got a great game going. And I hate that circle over their head motion. It just brings me to my knees.
They're reviewing for an intentional hostile act.
How about he just got dunked on? That's the hostile act.
But I love Van Gundy. And then Mark Jackson was so good too. He had the mama, there goes that man. So many iconic NBA Finals moments. Anyone who watched the finals back then knows exactly what I'm talking about. Every time they go to like a commercial break, they'd play the iconic music and then Mark Jackson would like do a little like monologue. It just added to the intensity of the game so much. Like watching the current finals, you really can't compare like the broadcasts. They were so much better back in the day. And I think all NBA fans really miss it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know who these last two people are, so I'm just not going to rank them. That's the tier list. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to keep Stan at A because I don't think he's as good as Jeff, but Stan also honestly could be an S, not going to lie. But yeah, this is the tier list for 2025. All right, see you guys.
What does second cousins mean?
Well, it's not. I can't go. I don't want to go into.
All right, when people say it, I never know what they mean or what you're allowed to do when you're a second cousin.
What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm just talking about, I don't know what a second cousin means.
I am so grateful for this commercial right now.